There are some far-right leaders, like the National Security Minister, Ben Gvir, who is threatening essentially to bring down the Israeli government if he believes that deal to release hostages and a temporary ceasefire is too lenient on Hamas, or demands the release of quote unquote thousands of jailed Palestinians, or requires Israel to end the war. But having said that, Netanyahu is very unlikely to agree to a deal that will end this war in the immediate future. It appears that the mediators, the United States, Qatar, Egypt, it appears they are trying to get both sides to agree here to phase one of a phased deal, a three-pronged deal. And it seems that they're trying to get both sides to agree to that before they've agreed to the details of phase 2 and 3. So in the first phase, we would see, and these are things that both sides have generally agreed to, we would see the women, civilian women, the elderly, and the injured hostages be released by Hamas in exchange for, it looks like, about a 6-week ceasefire, as well as Israel releasing prisoners, Palestinian prisoners with blood on their hands, that is, Palestinians convicted of deadly attacks against Israelis, but also at a 3-to-1 rate. So perhaps about 125 to 145, depending on how many Israeli hostages are released. And that would still fall within the range of Netanyahu's most recent comments last night, today, that he will not agree to release, quote unquote, thousands of prisoners, and that Israel will not leave the Gaza Strip. That phase one will require Israel to redeploy some of its troops and move to certain lines within the Gaza Strip, which we saw during the first hostage deal release, but certainly will not require Israel to leave the Gaza Strip. The real gaps still remain on the larger picture here for Gaza, both when this war will end. Hamas wants it to end as soon as possible. Israel does not. And who will govern the Gaza Strip?